Guten Tag. I know it's like real temptation to listen and all the pitches right after lunch, but we are of Anna Money, and I want to introduce to you Vic Casambras. And what you see on the screen, there were fireworks. He's actually a famous fireworker. Later, after his daughter was born, he decided to go a little bit easy with that and started off in a digital marketing. And here is how Anna's app works for him.
Just having some sign in.
Yep. And so Vic, as usually, went to McDonald's to grab some food and stuff. And Vic, have you thought about maybe reimbursing the expense? Because you know, when you travel, you can put your traveling expense.
No, I didn't realize that was an option. I thought with being self-employed, your general food wasn't. So actually, that's a good thing to learn. So actually, I've got the receipt here, so I can scan the McDonald's receipt. So if I take the photo, and then we upload it to the app, you give it a couple of seconds, you should be able to recognize it, and it says that's sorted. So actually, like my other friends, if I now go to the McDonald's one, it's now listed under there, and it shows that there's 48p of VAT on that, so it's recognized it and reconciled automatically.
And you don't have to store the receipts in a box like people normally do. It's stored already there with Anna. But Vic, you probably had other bank accounts before you joined Anna.
Yes, so before that I had a current account with NatWest. So
I'm really sorry to hear that.
It's not the most healthiest of balances, but as you can see, it pulls in any transactions from my previous bank, and I can recategorize it. So that was a TFL one, so I'll stick that down under travel
That was
costs.
a business trip right there on a TFL.
So there you go.
Transport for London, for those of you who don't know.
That's now a business travel. So that's done through the open banking system that we've got here.
Well, and as a really good fireworker, you would actually want to collect money after the show. And nowadays, people have all kinds of excuses for not giving the money. You know, they go, oh, I don't have cash on me, I don't have a card on me. And then Anna comes up with a creative solution.
So as you can see, I just told the app, get paid, and I've said £10, yep. So if I confirm that, the app will just take a moment, and it will now generate a QR code. So with this QR code, I can give it to anyone that's a client, a customer, or at the end of a performance. People used to hold out hats, you could just do this. Someone would then scan that with their own phone. They'd log into the open banking through our TrueLayer partnership, and I'll be able to send the money that's requested directly to me there and then. No need to carry around a iZeta or SumUp card reader. There's no charges for me. I just get a bank transfer straight away. So that's one way.
And that's nicely passing by Visa and Mastercard, goes directly into the account. No interchange taken for that. And then, as any normal business, in the end of the day, you have to pay your taxes. Well, Vic, do you love paying your taxes?
Not hugely. I could think of other things I'd like to spend my money on if I could.
Yeah, but how did you used to do that before you found Anna?
A lot of it was using something like, I had a friend who went to university who's an accountant, so I'd just send him a couple of receipts. I'd try and work some things out in a Google spreadsheet. And
did he make you sort through the receipts before
yeah, I tried to get them all piled up, get them into the right categories, but it wasn't always easy.
And that's the type of pain most of entrepreneurs in the UK go through. They have to sort their receipts, sort their invoices, keep them somewhere, prepare information for accountant, pay them at least £100 a month to get that sorted somehow. Now, that's the Anna way, how we can do it with Anna now.
So yeah, so as you can see, at the moment when I had it, it said that my tax says that currently it's about £2.64 I can claim back, but there's still 3 transactions that need attention. So if I have a look at that.
Anna keeps a note of how many transactions are not reconciled yet. And it reminds you, these transactions can actually decrease your tax. So that's what Vic is doing right now. He's decreasing.
So if I photograph multiple receipts, and the app should recognize them automatically and take their photo.
Nice.
If I hit the X to close that, it should say those new receipts are just now being processed, and they're recognizing as a transaction. So there's now Ryman's, there we go, coming up. So if I now go back to my taxes, it's now gone from £1 to £7 that I can claim back.
Okay, Nauvik just saved £7 worth of taxes just by taking pictures, and it took less than 20 seconds. That's how Anna works. It not only saves your time, it actually helps you not to miss a receipt, so it saves your taxes, and it obviously saves your money. So in the end of the day, how do you file a tax return after that?
So once that, I just hit on the Submit VAT button, have a look through to confirm all the details, hit Submit VAT return, and then that will be paid straight to the HMRC for me. So that's a couple of burgers I've got through 30 seconds of taking photos.
And that's what Anna is about. If you look to the right and to the left of you right now, we all have some clothing on us, right? Entrepreneurs made that. We had lunch, entrepreneurs grew this food, they sold it to us. A lot of these things are done by entrepreneurs, but unfortunately, 1/3 of their time is being spent, wasted on sorting through their admin. And that's why Anna is here, a destroyer of admin. Absolutely no-nonsense admin. That's what we stand for. That's how we save time, that's how we save money, but most of all, we unleash the power of entrepreneurs to do more good for this world. Thank you, and don't forget to vote for the best presentation.